What's up, Stitches? My name is Smikle and welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. As promised in last week's video, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different and I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favourite knitting themed TikToks. As always, we have Suspicious here in the background, just chilling. He's not a fan of TikTok. He used to have a TikTok addiction, so it's quite difficult for him to be in this video, but he's here for us. If you like this type of video, then do let me know in the comments. Any excuse for me to spend all my time on TikTok is an amazing excuse. As many of you will know, the UK is in lockdown again. Woo! Good old Rona. So, I've got a lot of time to myself. For the purposes of this video, I thought I would share with you some of my favourite knitting themed TikToks because I have quite a few. I love a good Knittok, so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoy these too. If not, maybe I'm just a saddo who spends all her time knitting. Who knows? Just a bit of a warning, some of the clips will be muted, but I'll describe what is happening in them. Just because your girl doesn't want to get in trouble with the powers that be at YouTube, so I am going to mute some of them. Hopefully I don't have to mute too many. I do have a selection of loads of them and I've had to save them to my phone because if I scroll on the actual app I'll be there for like 3 hours. So I've limited myself to the ones that are saved on my phone. If you like this video, give me a like. It lets me know that you guys like seeing my TikTok likes. And subscribe for more like this, and also the upcoming videos I have. I'm doing the folklore cardigan and loads of other things, so if you're looking forward to that then subscribe. And if you want loads of cool benefits and to be able to talk to me whenever you want, then head on over to my Patreon, patreon.com/SmikleGoesKnitting. It starts off at giving thanks at the end of my videos, all the way up to like one-to-one video calls and like other things, so check that out if you want to. I know you guys just want me to get on with it and show you the TikToks, so without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll be putting the TikToks up on the screen, so let's just see what we have. Ah, okay, this one, I love it so much. Okay, so the first one I love because I think I'm in love with her, and her dungarees and the aesthetic. But also, like, let's just, I'll explain in a second. Just so you guys know, the song that's like playing in the background is this the "Shawty a little baddie" one. So you like, you get it, yeah, you get it. It's so me! It's so me! I'm so bad. I think I have 7 whips on the go at the moment. And I always I'll be right into a whip, like I've got the folklore cardigan sitting next to me and I'm like so into it. And already I'm like thinking about this sweater vest that I've started to design. And I'm thinking about just making that. But I've got to finish what I'm doing so much. Yeah, that resonated with me. The second one. Same. Big same. I feel like I'm just gonna be saying same to all of these because they're so relatable. If you guys can relate to any of them or if you have any other relatable TikToks, let me know in the comments. I love it. Let's see, which one should I do? Oh, this one.
Thank you. So I figured I would show you how it was actually finished. The pattern can be found on Ravelry and it's called the Temperature Timepiece Blanket Shawl. It's knit in the round, just a basic knit stitch pretty much all the way around. The exception being on the edges, every 5 to 10, depending on how long you want the fringe from each side of the join, there's a twisted stitch and that holds the fringe in place. So you'll see it in a second, how it's untwisted and held, and then I just knotted it for extra security, but that was not necessary. just unravel it and can't go anywhere.
Okay, the reason I have this one included is because it stresses me out. Steeking, which if you don't know is where you like knit something in the round and then you do something and then you like snip your work to make like a cardigan or like something like this, causes me so much stress just watching it. And then obviously like they've put precautions so it's gonna be fine, but I can just imagine myself working so hard on a project, like it looking so amazing, and then steeking it and it all going horrendously wrong, because I feel like at that point there's not much you can do to save it. So I don't think I'm ever gonna have the courage to steek. If you are comfortable steeking, please let me know how you got over the stress of steeking, because honestly I just can't. It's so stressful. The idea of ruining a piece of work once it's finished, no. Moving on. I just want to pause on this face, okay? I just want to pause on this face. Because for those of you who watched me when I was streaming, you'll know that my face, I can't hide what I'm thinking or my emotions, because my face just says everything. And so, genuinely, that's what I look like whenever I have to frog any project. Like, I can't control it. I can't control my face. That's the one saving grace about being in this pandemic and having to wear masks, is that as long as I keep my eyes open and, like, you know, I can do whatever I want underneath the mask. Like, I pull faces at people. Like, yeah, I love having a mask for anonymity. It hides my true emotions. But yeah, that's same. Big same. I love it. I love it so much. Here's another good one. Let's watch.
I don't need a cardigan to be pretty. 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 I don't need... It looks better anyway.
I feel attacked. I fully put this one in there because I was finding the TikToks earlier and I was wearing this because it's quite cold outside, and I just saw it and I was like, I feel attacked. But I love it though. I love it so much. This one, because just... like, no. So many people have been like, oh, it looks so good, make me one. I'm like, hun, no. Like, oh, yours is so nice. I know, and it's mine. This one I love because I'm loving how true this is becoming. Like, so many young people in knitting now that it's cool.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl shit.
I love it so much. So much. Definitely doing hot girl shit. Also, just before we continue on, I need to show you guys what I did to my phone. Like, you can't see the true extent of this, but I was making dinner and I was like really proud of myself because I was making like a really nice pasta. And then I knocked the pepper out of the cupboard and it landed, like the corner of the pepper grinder thing landed on my phone. I smashed it. This phone is 2 months old. Well, it's not. I bought it secondhand. But to me, it's 2 months old. So I bought a tempered glass screen protector because there's no way I'm going to be able to get it fixed during this lockdown. So I'm just going to have a cracked screen until I can go and get it fixed properly. Okay, the reason this is in here is because this yarn is so pretty. I want to cry and I kind of want to eat it. And I also kind of want to it's so pretty it makes me want to punch myself in the face. Do you know what I mean? Like this yarn makes me feel a lot of emotions, and it's just colours, and I'll show you what I mean. So delicious. Oh, I just want to eat it. So, look at that cake. So mesmerizing. And I'm just so sad that you don't, in this TikTok, I'm sad that you don't see the final product. But you can just tell it's delicious. You guys are just watching some random girl sit in a bedroom and get emotional over yarn. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Like, I see yarn sometimes and it makes me feel emotional. Like, I wouldn't buy that for myself because I know I wouldn't wear it. Like that. Oh, I don't know, would I? I feel like I might. I don't know. I'm having a breakdown. This is not okay. How good did that yarn look? Okay, Smikle, get a grip. Good God, girl, get a grip. Okay. This one. Okay. Again, if you watched me in my Twitch days, you would see this all the time because I spent ages knitting a mitered square blanket. And I would always have to make sure that it was even on both sides of my stitch marker. So I was counting stitches all the time. I'll show you what I mean with this TikTok.
Stop. What?
That's so, like, the face, like, everything about that was so, I'd be like, what? And I'm so bad. I think when I'm counting stitches, it's so easy for my mind to wander. And so my mind will wander and I'll be like, wait, how did I get to 80? I swear there's only meant to be like 50 stitches. And so I'll be like, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I'll go through and I'll get distracted again in my own head and then have to start again. So counting stitches is so frustrating for me. Again, another relatable one.
I am fucking crazy, but I am free.
It's so me. It's so me. It's so me. I felt like a grandma for like the past 5 years. Like, even at university, like, I didn't want to go out all the time. And so, like, in my final year of university, I literally would spend most evenings knitting and people were like, oh, let's go to this thing. And I'm like, sorry, I'm sick. If I did that now, like, someone in a hazmat suit would come and, like, tackle me and then throw me into an ambulance or something. Okay, so another one I really like. Half because I like the message, and then half because the cable work this individual has done is so pretty and it makes me want to make a cabled everything, you know? Like cabled trousers, cabled coat, cabled blanket, you know, it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna show you guys. It makes me so happy. so happy. I think also, like, I have really got into blocking everything because I just love how it ends up looking, and also like blocking when you have like uneven stitch tension, which is something I'm struggling with at the moment just because I'm having to like switch up the way I knit sometimes. Like if my shoulder or my neck's feeling like a bit dodgy, then I have to like switch up to a different method, and then so the stitches and the tension is slightly different to how I was doing it before. So blocking is so useful in like evening it all out and like getting it all nice and flat. And it like, if there are any issues, if you're doing like fair round knitting, then if there are any issues with the knitting that you're doing, like a lot of times you can block it out and make it better. So like blocking. Double chef's kiss. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one. If you have arachnophobia, there's like a picture of a small spider and it talks about spiders. So if you're really not into that, skip like a minute and a half ahead so you don't have to see that. But I think, okay, I don't like spiders, but I think this is really cute. Let's watch.
May have taught the spider to knit. I was finishing the last 20 rows at the park when this little spider wandered over to me. It climbed up my knitting bag and walked all up and down the piece, then climbed onto my hand and watched for a couple rows. After the second row, it started waving its front four legs as if to get my attention. Once I was looking at it, it started pulling silk out. It was fiddling with it. I don't know if it was knitting or purring, as it was a quite small scale, but every few seconds it would stop and look up at me to see if I was still watching. After a little bit, I moved it to one of the vines overhanging the archway I was sitting in, and it went about its business. This wasn't the only unusual thing that happened at the park today, but it was definitely the most unusual. Maybe it thought you were a spider. I'm gonna be level with you. That is the cutest shit I've ever seen. I'd rather a spider knitting above my head rather than like a menacing death spider ready to pounce on me.
How cute is that? Can you imagine a little spider just sitting and knitting with you? Like, I think if I reframe spiders from big scary things that are gonna eat me or like crawl into my ear and lay eggs in my brain or something, you know, the stupid little fears that I have, to they just want to sit and knit with you, like, I'd be chill. I'd be like, sit, pull up a chair. Right, I think, there's so many. There's so many. I think I'm just gonna give you guys one more. Oh my god, I haven't even saved. No, you guys are gonna get more because there's a certain creator who I love and I haven't included her. If I say life-size Thanos, you'll know. Okay, right, let's. Oh my god, she's doing more. Okay, this is Woolly McWoolface on TikTok. If you don't know her, get to know her because she's incredible. She's so talented. Incredible. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Part 7 of knitting life-size Shrek, and this week I've been making his leg, which is this really awkward check print. Woo, high five! So I got all my colours of wool and I was really confused how to do it, so I thought about it, and I thought about it, and finally I started knitting with 2 colours. And then I added another colour to make it even more complicated and knitted his leg. And then I had to unravel my tape measure because my boyfriend thinks it's funny to wrap it up the wrong way around to annoy me. So then I measured and cut and stitched the lining. And then I put the knitted bit over the lining and stuffed it tight. And that is the story of how Shrek got his first leg. So thanks for watching and come back for part 8 soon.
Okay, that was part 7. What the hell? Okay, let's watch part 1.
Part 2 of knitting life-size Shrek. And this week I was making his top, so I took my measurements to start out and realised how much wool I was going to need. So I got some yarn, and some more yarn, and some more yarn, and way more yarn. And I also bought loads of stuffing. And to make this bit less boring to watch, I thought I'd do some different styles of knitting. So here's me knitting upside down, here's me knitting and dancing, and here's me knitting Shrek whilst watching Shrek.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
And when I got to this point I had to start the armholes, which is really hard for something that doesn't have a torso. But I did it, and when it was done I needed to add some frayed edges, so I pulled some edges through with a crochet hook and brushed it all out, and then it looked like this. And then the back of his top was done, and it looked like this. And here it is with me for size reference. Now I know what you're thinking, did I just watch this whole video just to see that? And yes you did. But this is where we are so far, so come back for part 3.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Like, there was me feeling so proud that I made my 3'6" life-size crewmate. And there's her, like, literally, life-size Thanos, life-size Shrek, and then she can just pull something out of her brain and just knit it. Like that. Like, she's very very skilled in creating knitting. Go follow her right this instant. If you haven't, like, do it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to put my foot down with myself and we are going to finish the video off there. As I said, if you liked any of the creators who I shared, that will all be down in the description. And yeah, if you guys want to share any TikToks with me, I am SmikleGoesKnitting on TikTok, so if you want to tag me in anything. I'm not on TikTok all the time because otherwise I will be. I have to be really strict with myself. But yeah, tag me on TikTok if you've got any that you like. And like and subscribe if you want to. No pressure if you don't want to. And again, thank you to my wonderful patrons Gillian and Georgia. Thank you for your support, it means a lot to me. If you guys want to get in on that, get mentioned, and get discounts on my knitwear designs, I have got one published at the moment, one in testing, and one in editing. So I've got a lot going on at the moment, so don't miss out on that. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know which one was your favourite, / which ones can you relate to the most. If you did like this video, then I will make a part 2 at some point. Any excuse for me to be on TikTok. But yeah, I will be continuing on the series for the folklore cardigan. Hopefully it won't be too much longer now, but you know, let's see how everything goes. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will see you next week. Stay wholesome and happy knitting.